just last week that I was saying that Swerve's matches have never been the lowest rated matches on Dynamite on Cage Match. And here they are to prove me wrong. Here they are to be the exception to the rule. It's Swerve versus Killswitch in what is the lowest rated match on Cage Match. Now, to be fair, it's like a three-way tie. And I could have talked about any of those matches here, but I decided I wanted to talk about this match because there's a lot of... It's going to tie into the last match, too. And spoilers, you know that it's Ospreay versus Swerve at Forbidden Door and everything that entails. Now, we've got some negative reviews. We got the negative reviews, and by negative, I mean like the lowest score on here is like a 5.0, okay? So it's not that bad. It's a solid match. I especially like the part where Killswitch just decides he's gonna fucking kill Swerve. Like, what the fuck? Like, I could have used some story build up to that. Like, look, I'm the guy that says that AEW has story and has good stories, but why the fuck does Killswitch just decide he's gonna straight murder Swerve here? Like, that's crazy. What the fuck? This was weird. I agree with some of this negative criticism in that it is weird. Why is Swerve fighting one of Christian's lackeys now after beating Christian? This stable is done. The only reason, of course, is because of the House of Dragon tie-in. They were doing a promotion this episode. But kind of, it's a big waste of Swerve, guys. It's a big waste of the champ. Like, bring him out to open the show with, what is a squash match? In, like, the reverse way. Normally, the big guys get to do the squashes. Here we have, you know, our champion squashing a big guy. A lot of people have a problem with the kick out from the Swerve Stomp. I'm fine with the kick out and the Swerve Stomp. The Swerve Stomp, all right, here, newsflash, everybody. The Swerve Stomp is no longer the finisher. The kill shot is now the finisher. And good, I'm glad Swerve's doing that. I think the kill shot is a better finisher than the Swerve Stomp. Swerve actually has 3 finishers now. He has the Swerve Stomp, he has the kill shot, and he has the desperation move, the big gun, the JML driver, okay? So he has 3 finishers. No one is going to get put away to the Swerve Stomp anymore, guys. Just get over it. It doesn't matter that Killswitch kicked out of the Swerve Stomp. That's been established a long time ago. That's ridiculous criticism. The real criticism here in the negative reviews is that we need to do better with Swerve before he loses to Ospreay, and I don't see any other way. How the fuck is he going to retain against Ospreay? I mean, maybe this is Ospreay's first losses against Swerve. I don't know. I'm historically wrong. So I'm calling it, I think Ospreay wins against Swerve at Forbidden Door, because why would Ospreay lose? He's the biggest guy. Put the fucking belt on him. Now, they could be setting up a rematch for Wembley, and maybe at Wembley is where Ospreay wins. Like, this could be Ospreay's only loss, and he has to climb back up the ladder, or maybe he just, defends his championship. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really wild that they want to put Ospreay against Swerve. No one understands Tony Khan's booking. Okay, there it is. No one understands Tony Khan's booking. Here's the thing. We don't have to understand it. I enjoy watching the show. I enjoy that the booking is not typical at all. I like that. I think it's a bonus. If you don't like it, tough shit, because it's Tony Khan's company. Moving on to the positive reviews, because there was a lot of people that liked this match as well, though even the people that liked it weren't giving it like really high ratings, but there's a couple of good ones here. And the things that they point out is that the house call is a better finisher than the Swerve Stomp. Like, duh, no shit. And how hot the crowd was for this match. Any match that Swerve's in, the crowd is fucking hot for. Everyone loves doing whose house, Swerve's house. That's fucking over, and it's great. And they really liked the false finish. The false finish really worked here, where they thought that Killswitch was such a non-threat that you could put him away with the Swerve Stomp. So when he popped up, it was cool, and I kind of like the horror movie effect, where like you kill the bad guy, but he pops back up, so you got to shoot him one more time. That was pretty cool. I like that. That was a fun aspect of the match. Once again, like I said, Luchasaurus going for the kill shot himself with the fucking chair. Maybe that's Luchasaurus' thing. Maybe he just wants to murder people. Maybe that's just part of his thing. Maybe in every match going forward, Killshot just gets crazy and just wants to just straight up murder people with chairs in the middle of matches. Just forgets it's a wrestling match and just wants to get to doing some murders. It's possible. Shout out here from the positive review that this is a Lucha Underground matchup. Yes, it seems like Swerve is kind of intent on elevating as many Lucha Underground guys as he can, which is cool. Like, I respect him for that. This was no Brian Cage match, though. The Brian Cage match, that was elevated. That was the best match of the night. I wish they would have got more time to show what they could do. This could have been a lot better than it is. It wasn't horrible, but it was the lowest rated match of the night. Here's the thing about booking in AEW that is often overlooked, and that is so many of the takes that you're going to hear about booking in AEW are bad faith. Nobody has any faith in the process and that things are going to work out. And Jericho is a great example. When this first went down, I thought it was horrible. I've got videos on this channel. My highest reel on Instagram is me saying that I don't want Painkiller Jericho. I don't want Lion King Jericho. I don't want any kind of Jericho. I just want normal, regular Jericho. Well, guess what? I want Learning Tree Jericho, man. Learning Tree Jericho is awesome. This is hilarious. I had no idea what they were doing with this booking. It seemed like weird booking at the time. Why is Jericho beating Hook for the FTW Championship? What sense does that make? Why is Hook feuding with Samoa Joe? Well, now they've got this great angle going with Jericho and Hook and Samoa Joe and Big Bill. Why are they splitting Big Bill and Ricky Starks up? Everything's working out. They're giving me things I didn't know I wanted, and I'm immensely entertained. And that's good booking. If it doesn't look like good booking when you're watching it, you might have to have faith in it. And I don't think AEW's ever done us wrong, other than the Kingdom. Undisputed Kingdom, that's bad booking. I don't know what else to tell you about that one, and I don't know why. There could be injuries involved. There could be scheduling involved. I know Adam Cole was a big problem, him breaking his ankle like that. That really messed things up. MJF being injured, I know that just messed everything up for the Undisputed Kingdom, but that I feel safe to judge because it's 6 months later, right? 6 months later, we can start saying whether something was bad booking or good booking. But right now, Swerve versus Ospreay, I don't fucking know. It seems like bad booking, but I don't know where they're going with it. They could be telling the next great epic story that is going to be talked about for generations in wrestling. We don't know. It looks like bad booking at the start, but how can you fucking tell? And so many people out there want to jump down AEW, Tony Khan's throat, the minute he does anything. The minute anything looks weird, they are just like, fuck this guy. And I don't know where it's coming from. Because historically, he hits more than he misses. Some great stories have been told over the years. And I just don't get where all this bad faith comes from. Other than a point of just, clickbait and bullshit and feeding into the negativity that's online. I mean, I guess there's your answer, guys. It's not much more complicated than that, but we'll find out. That's what I can say, is we're going to find out. As time goes on, we will find out whether it's been bad booking or not between Swerve and Ospreay, or who's been fucking buried, or what's going on. It's just really too soon to say. What I will say is, it usually pays to put your faith in AEW. Over the years of programming, 5 years now, they've hit more than they've missed, and I've enjoyed most of what they've done. There's very few things that have really, truly been booked poorly. I think if you really look at it historically, very few things have actually been booked poorly. It just seems like it at the time. AEW is confusing, but I don't mind being confused as long as the payoff is there, and the payoff is usually there. If there's no storytelling in AEW, then explain the fucking Casino Gauntlet match to me. Literally, every goddamn wrestler that entered the ring has some kind of ongoing story angle with any other wrestler that comes out, other than the wrestlers that aren't coming from other promotions. We got story here between Orange Cassidy and Ospreay. We got story here between Jay White and Ospreay. So much history in the ring. You have the Don Callis element with Orange Cassidy. Everybody has had some kind of interaction, some kind of outside the ring story element that's happening. Oh my fucking God, I am so sick of people saying that there's no storytelling in AEW when I'm literally sitting here watching this Casino Gauntlet match, and I'm so invested in every single wrestler that comes out because of the history they have with the other wrestlers in the ring. And fucking Pac and Orange Cassidy go back to like 2019, so there are story threads here everywhere, and Pac and Jay White currently, it's just loaded with storytelling. Can every fucking match be a Casino Gauntlet match? I mean, this is clearly one of the things that AEW does better than anybody. They originated this thing. I don't know if I've ever... It's like... I guess it's kind of like a Royal Rumble, but it's like more intense somehow. Nobody's ever just like got 20 guys in the ring and like half of them are hanging on the fucking ropes. There's no spots like that. It's just non-stop action, storytelling, intrigue. I mean, you know Ospreay's going to fucking win. I mean, the only problem with this match is the moment Ospreay comes down the ramp, you know who the fuck is going to win this thing. That's the only problem with this. That's the only real critique that I can level at this. It's honestly overwhelming the amount of positive reviews about this match. There's no negative reviews. This is one of the highest rated matches in AEW history. This is one of the most brilliant things they've ever done. Hats off to AEW for doing this. More people should be watching the show and appreciating this kind of thing. Once again, like I'm saying, when they get it right, where are the flowers? Where are the people saying, AEW, you did a good job. Pat yourself on the back. Let me pat you on the back. Let's get out there and spread the word about fucking great this is and how much goddamn fun AEW is, because I've never seen wrestling like this. This is fucking awesome. This is next level shit that they're doing. I hope they carry forward with this. Clearly, they knew that they had lightning in a bottle the first time they did this. They went back and they did it again and improved on it. It's even better this time. I want to see it again with Ospreay not in it. Like I said, that's my only drawback on this. You just kind of know Ospreay's going to win. And getting back to the kind of, thesis statement of this video, feels like it's too soon to have this face-off between Ospreay and Swerve. Swerve just really hasn't had time to do all the shit that you would hope a champion would do. Like MJF, they were putting him over on this episode, did all this stuff. He beat all the previous champions. He had this amazing run. I was hoping that Swerve would have something to that effect with his run. But how the fuck is Ospreay not going to be shutting him down at Forbidden Door and just going on his own championship run? I mean, it's got to be rough for the other wrestlers on the roster when you see a guy like Ospreay get signed. But we don't know yet. We don't know what's going to happen at Forbidden Door. There's only one way to find out. I'm looking forward to it. The match between Swerve and Ospreay is going to be one of the greatest wrestling matches ever. Let's give Swerve his due. He's fucking good, and he is going to push Ospreay to a level that he hasn't been to yet, I feel. So let's enjoy the match. However it turns out, that's how it goes. I'm going to hold my Tony Khan is a shitbag comments until, 6 months later. Let's give him that. Things have been real good. Like, if we're being honest, things have been real good in AEW. There's very few bad decisions historically and shit that they haven't turned around, because some things like Undisputed Kingdom, they might be able to turn that around. I'm not going to say that they can't, so we got to give them time. It's funny that they'll compare it to WCW and shit like that and things that happen, because we know how bad the booking was in WCW. The book is closed on that shit now, and we can go back, we can see how shitty it is. I've done a couple of videos on this channel about shitty booking in TNA. That was shitty booking. That sucked. That historically sucked. They historically fucked wrestlers up. The Young Bucks fucking buried Okada with that Okado shit, fucking buried. I mean, you can't tell me TNA didn't drop the goddamn ball with Okada. You had the best wrestler of a fucking generation in your company, and you put a goddamn Green Hornet mask on him? I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Speaking of those videos, make sure you check them out. They're on the channel. There's many documentaries I'm putting together. The one on the Young Bucks hit like 7,000 views, at least as the time I'm recording this. That fucker's probably going to go to 20,000 views in the end, I hope, and be the biggest video on the channel. And that's kind of the direction we want to go in. I've got some other mini documentaries that aren't doing as well, so make sure you check out that playlist, especially after this video. That lets YouTube know that, you know, this is a quality channel that you want to support and that deserves being pushed out on its algorithm. Another thing you can do to help out is join us over here on Instagram. I'm growing my presence on Instagram, and that's a great way for me to get videos in front of you as well, where, you know, YouTube doesn't want to tell you about them, but I can publish when I post a video up to my story, and then it gets pushed to you, and then you can click on the link there and find the videos that way. So that's how we're kind of doing it in a grassroots way. Let me know what you think of this, if we should keep doing it. I kind of changed the format up on this video where I'm not reading reviews verbatim anymore, just kind of going over the highlights. Fuck it, for the Casino Gauntlet match, I had no way to even parse through that stuff. There were just so many good reviews, but yeah, I'm just kind of trying to give you more of my opinion and maybe less dipshit's opinion, because I'm just getting sick of the fucking bad faith takes out there. You can probably tell. All right, everybody. Hopefully you like my takes, and hopefully you like these videos. Make sure you check out another one and keep digging.
He is I and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Matt Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, grave diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, grave diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger and Zombie. I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel. So make sure, grave diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one half private party, saying what up to the grave diggers, and you're doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves. So, you probably want to do it.